An education is not so much about making a living as making a person. Having the life of your dreams is simple. Make conscious choices. Sing your life. Any fool can think of words that rhyme. I can chase you, and I can catch you, but there is nothing I can do to make you mine. He will win who, prepared himself, waits to take the enemy unprepared. But every difference of opinion is not a difference of principle. How we spend our days is, of course, how we spend our lives. I know the joy of fishes in the river through my own joy as I go walking along the same river. Never curse a fall. The ground is where humility lives. Our fingerprints don't fade from the lives we've touched. No matter how good you get, you can always get better, and that's the exciting part. Our ability to adapt is amazing. Our ability to change isn't quite as spectacular. Serious thinkers are few, and the world is ruled by crude ideas. For them to perceive the advantage of defeating the enemy, they must also have their rewards. You see me walking away, I see myself walking towards greatness. If you believe you can, you might. If you know you can, you will. If you only shine light on your flaws, all your perfects will dim. The truths that matter most to us come always half-spoken. If you can't explain it to a 6-year-old, you don't understand it yourself. The most common form of despair is not being who you are. And regulation entails organizational effectiveness, a chain of command, and a structure for logistical support. We must live together as brothers or perish together as fools. Bringing joy to another lights 1,000 suns within. Be careful who you trust. Salt and sugar look the same. Life is all about becoming a better version of yourself. The way of success is the way of continuous pursuit of knowledge. The hardest thing of all is to find a black cat in a dark room, especially if there is no cat. Management of many is the same as management of few. It is a matter of organization. And there are really never endings, happy or otherwise. The serpent, if it wants to become the dragon, must eat itself. We have to speak the truth always, at any cost, and no matter what. What the ancients called a clever fighter is one who not only wins, but excels in winning with ease. A wise general makes a point of foraging of the enemy. He who steals a belt buckle pays with his life. He who steals a state gets to be a feudal lord. The longing for paradise is man's longing not to be man. Invincibility depends on oneself, the enemy's vulnerability on him. Time is heavy sometimes. Imagine how heavy eternity must be. You often meet your fate on the road you take to avoid it. The more you face challenges, the less you fear them. A star is not honored for its size, but for its light. Failure is not when you fail once, but when you refuse to learn from your mistake. Concentrate your energy and hoard your strength. If I had it all to do again, there would be more bodies. I never said it would be easy. I only said it would be worth it. Try not to become a man of success, but rather try to become a man of value. Real knowledge is to know the extent of one's ignorance. Sometimes you recognize truth because it destroys you for a bit. We are good to others only because we think that that is or will be good for us. I'm a greater believer in luck, and I find the harder I work, the more I have of it. Be not afraid of going slowly. Be afraid only of standing still. I have given my word that only death will take me from you. One mistake does not have to rule a person's entire life. Forget what hurts you, but never forget what it taught you. Maybe everyone is just waiting for someone else to save them. Being defeated is often a temporary condition. Giving up is what makes it permanent. The search for truth is more precious than its possession. May my heart be kind, my mind fierce, and my spirit brave. He who controls others may be powerful, but he who has mastered himself is mightier still. Life is more or less a lie, but then again, that's exactly the way we want it to be. If the road is easy, you're likely going the wrong way. Make visible what, without you, might perhaps never have been seen. More powerful than the will to win is the courage to begin. We cannot do everything at once, but we can do something at once. Even the finest sword plunged into salt water will eventually rust. Your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. A battering ram can knock down a city wall, but it cannot stop a hole. Different things have different uses. If ignorant both of your enemy and yourself, you are certain to be in peril. Misconceptions play a prominent role in my view of the world. Half of seeming clever is keeping your mouth shut at the right times. Be sure to place your feet in the right place, then stand firm. No amount of experimentation can ever prove me right. A single experiment can prove me wrong. The snow goose need not bathe to make itself white. Neither need you do anything but be yourself. Light in your mind is better than darkness in your soul. If it keeps you happy, keep it quiet. The older I grow, the more I distrust the familiar doctrine that age brings wisdom. Living never wore one, so much as the effort not to live. The only thing that can grow is the thing you give energy to. I don't paint dreams or nightmares. I paint my own reality. I admire those who do good and expect nothing in return. Just go with it, he thought. You won't figure out anything if you give in to fear. Wisdom comes not from age, but from education and learning. If quick, I survive. If not quick, I am lost. This is death. Nothing makes a person happier than having a happy heart. You've got to be sure of yourself before you can ever win a prize. Let everything be allowed to do what it naturally does, so that its nature will be satisfied. We're going to aspire to break through and create our own reality. Nothing can be more hurtful to your heart than betraying yourself. If you know both yourself and your enemy, you can win 100 battles without a single loss. No one from the outside can tell or show you what is in your heart. Every team has its weakness, and every team has its strength. Reason is, and ought only to be the slave of the passions. Without education, you're not going anywhere in this world. In conflict, Straightforward actions generally lead to engagement. Surprising actions generally lead to victory. Crying can bring relief, as long as you don't cry alone. Remember to be kind with your words, especially to yourself. By what men think, we create the world around us daily new. Success awaits those who steadfastly commit to any requisite sacrifice. Judging is the cause that creates the effect of choosing. If their forces are substantial, prepare for them. If their forces are strong, avoid them. People who belittle people will belittle people and will accomplish very little.